So last night, the Game Awards was live on Twitch, and I watched it live. A lot of people watched it live. There were a lot of game announcements, a lot of awards being given out, and of course, congrats to the wide array of games that won. I'm joking, of course. If you didn't watch, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, if I got that right, ended up winning like almost every award. I think they apparently set a new record for it. So, congrats to them. It does look like an insanely good game. It's on my list. Not the point of the video though. Um, One of the things the Game Awards does though, since everybody's allowed to co-stream it, is that it brings together a lot of communities of streamers that don't have a whole lot in common and don't do stuff with each other. And that leads to chat getting really, really overpopulated. Now, they did do emote only mode, which is a good idea because otherwise people on the internet are going to do stupid things. I get it. But it's important to acknowledge the actual winner of the Game Awards last night, which was the anime emotes. Now, if you watched live, you probably already know where I'm going with this. If you didn't watch live, what you can do in Twitch chat, most people will do, is that you could just spam the same emote over and over again. And yeah, it could watch it go on the elevator. Or you can pay bits to make a gigantic emote. I think they call it gigantifying. And then you just, yeah, it's whatever emote you want appears in chat just really big. And that gets a lot of attention because it's not like it's twice as big as another emote. It is massive and takes up a huge portion of the chat log, which means everybody's going to be paying attention to it. Now, you'd think people would be using this opportunity to show off their favorite emotes and you'd get a lot, like a wide no, there is no variety of emotes you get. What we mostly got was anime girl thighs, anime girl feet. I think there was like an armpit emote. There's a bunch of stuff. There's, oh my god, so many gigantified anime emotes throughout the entire Game Awards. There would be people that were accepting their awards, getting like teared up and like selling sad stories, and people are in chat just spamming like anime girl thighs because they could. Now what I've seen about it is apparently some of the streamers that had like members of their community doing this actually got a lot of like new followers and brought a lot of people to their streams. Now the ultimate winner of this, from what I can see, is Murder Crumpet. Now it looks like Murder Crumpet has mostly a thigh emote, but also a pregnancy emote that got spammed a lot. And if you go back through their VOD for the night, you can find a lot of first-time chatters that were coming in, some of which were saying, this emote is funny, so I'm here. And then some people complaining like, hey, I'm tired of seeing the same like emote, 5 times a minute, tell people to knock it off. Which I saw Murder Crumpet saying they weren't like organizing anything. It just members of their community thought the thigh emote was really funny, so they were showing it off. What I didn't also know is apparently this is something that's like, that I guess their community and maybe other communities knew about before, because Murder Crumpet actually had a thigh follower counter on their stream that night. So they were keeping track of how many new followers they got that stream because of people going into the Game Awards and spamming their emotes. Which might be the most like unique form of advertising I've ever seen. And I thought, honestly, I think it's hilarious to watch chatters go into their chats and like you see like the first time chatter badge come up and being upset about it. Like, that's not going to get people to stop. They're just going to spam it even more because you're mad. But yeah, there's a lot of emotes. Hopefully I remembered to show a bunch of them through the video. The one thing I do want to end with, though, is that Murder Crumpet ended up with almost 1,000 new followers because of their thigh emote in one night. Just to put that in perspective, which I'm a tiny streamer, I'm affiliate, whatever. Murder Crumpet got as many followers from one emote spam in one night that I have in most of my entire streaming career. Which I'm not saying because I'm mad, I think it's legitimately funny. But yeah, grats to the anime thighs of the Game Awards. Um, yeah, I don't know. I never saw anything from the actual Game Awards talking about the emote spam. I'm sure they're aware of it, but there's really not much they can do, so nothing's probably going to happen. But I don't know. I just thought it was a really funny meme for the night, so I wanted to share it with anybody that wasn't aware that it happened. And that's it. Do YouTube stuff, subscribe, whatever. That's it. See ya. Bye.